welcome to For Done Talk. Let's make dolma with stuffed onions, capsicum and zucchini. Now, this is one of my favourite things to eat because it's very lemony and I've got so many lemons and I want to use them up before they go bad. So let's get started. First thing you do, preheat the oven to 200 degrees, boil your kettle. Get your onion. And this is a really simple dinner, right? As you know, I don't make complicated things. So we're going to get the onions prepped first because they need to, so you top and tail them. I'm going to do 2 onions should be enough. The bigger the onion, the better, right?
Mommy.
Chop tail, and then we just put a little slice like that, right?
Mom.
Yes, Cara? Like you did?
Yes.
All right, let me go changing. All right, so you get your onions like that, and you pour in the water. This is just 2 onions pouring in the hot water. And I'm gonna let that sit there for like ages while I do other things. Okay, so now got my mince I got from the butcher today. It's only 500 grams, doesn't look like a lot. Don't worry about it. As much mince as you like. This is beef mince, you can use lamb, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to fry this up with another onion. Some people use raw mince, like they stuff the vegetables using raw mince. My mum's always taught me to do it with cooked mince, so I cook it. But as I said, this is the For Done way. Last time I did this, I got lots of people in the comments saying, you're not supposed to cook the meat, you're not supposed, we use cooked rice, whereas I don't, I use raw rice. As I said, this is the way my mum does it, and this is the way we eat it in my family. I have a Turkish Cypriot background. So I'm just going to chop up some onion, fry it up with the mince, and we're going to make the mixture. And we're going to add, as I said, lots of lemons, going to be parsley, tin tomatoes, tomato paste. It's very simple. I can't concentrate today. And this dinner has lots of yogurt, one of my favourite things to eat. Like take to work the next day is a dolma. And then I took my yogurt and it's like spectacular, delicious. All right, I'm gonna fry this up with my mince. So as my mince is frying, I'm going to multitask and prep my capsicums. I've got 4 capsicums. I'm just gonna chop off the lids. You keep the lid, you're gonna need it later. When I first started making these, I always used to chuck the lid and I used to be like, oh, I forgot about the lids. Keep the lids, right? I've got one of these containers because I don't want to wash up. We're just going to throw it away afterwards, don't worry about it. I'm doing 4 capsicums, 1 zucchini, and 2 onions. Family 4 should be enough and we'll have leftovers. All right, so I'm just chopping these up now. I will wash everything together. I haven't washed anything yet. That can stay on if it will sit on, that's fine. So as I say, you do 4 or however many capsicums you're doing. Red or yellow capsicums, not the green capsicum. Ugh. All right, that's frying. I'm going to give it a mix. I'm just going to add salt, nothing else at this stage. Okay, for my zucchini, I just chop it in half. I get my Turkish knife. I know people say use an apple corer, but I don't. I just use my Turkish knife and I get out all the middle. Yeah, so what we do is we just get out all the middle of the capsicum and make a hole that we're going to fill it. Well, this bit's a bit tricky. We need a grown-up to do this, but you can help me mix up the mixture with the rice.
The rice? What?
Yeah, all right. So, yes, you get your zucchini, and I just go like this. People use an apple corer, but I don't. I use my Turkish knife. Get rid of all the milk. You can actually put all this in the filling if you want the zucchini stuff. Sometimes you do that, but I'm not going to do it today. All right, I'm going to keep going. We'll get there. Okay, I've done my zucchini. We'll put those there. I've actually got another zucchini. We'll see how we go because it depends on how much filling I make. All right, I'm going to get the mince mixture and put it in my bowl. Okay, so I've got some long grain rice. I'm just going, you don't need to measure it, however much you're going to do. I'm just going to do that much and I'll give it a good wash. Okay, I've washed my rice. We're going to add it to the mixture. Got my continental parsley. I'm going to chop it up and then we'll add it to the mixture.
Mum, don't cut your finger.
I'm not going to. Mummy never cuts her finger. When I whenever I chop parsley, it reminds me of tabbouleh, which reminds me of when my parents had a kebab shop. I always tell that story because it's the smell of fresh parsley. All right, I'm going to chop this up. Okay, this is my chopped parsley. We're going to add it to the mixture.
That's nice.
It's all nice and green, yes. This is our dolma mixture. And we're coming up to the fun part. You can put in the tin tomatoes and Mummy's going to get the lemons. So, we open. Cara wants to help. Okay, tip it in. Go.
Okay, I will.
Tip it in. All of it. Shake, shake. Great job. All right, let me get the lemons. Go, add a big spurt of that. Okay, did it come out?
A little bit.
All right, I'm going to do 5 lemons. Yes, 5. Oh, gosh. All right, it's on its last legs. Don't worry about it. All right, give it a good mix, Cara. And I'll get my lemon squeezer thing to make it faster. Go.
Oh, it's so lovely.
Yeah, great job.
I'm still not done yet because I have to get all of it red. What? Huh? What? What? Why so cool, Cara? Mommy and me be making this all by ourselves.
Oops, sorry, darling. All right, here's my lemon juicer. Okay, salt the big hole, people. We're going to smother. Okay, now let's go the lemon. This doobie whack. Let's go. As I said, I'm going to put 5 lemons in here. The lemony, the better.
Mama, can I squeeze the lemon?
No, darling, this one is for a grown-up.
Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh, and I'm drinking.
But this is to taste, just because I love lemons. So you put as many lemons as you like, maybe 2. And depending on supply, of course. I happen to have heaps of lemons because my mother-in-law has a tree. And as I said, I've got so many, as I say, I can see that they're going to go bad, so I need to use them. And this is a dinner where you can use lots of lemons. All right, it is a lot of lemons. I'm only going to put 4, not 5. Don't worry about it. All right, perfect. I need to add a little bit more tomato paste. I'm just going to give it a good mix, and we'll get another tomato paste. Okay, I couldn't find any more tomato paste, so I've just added another tin of tomatoes to make it more tomatoey. All right, looks fantastic. And because it's got so much lemon, I'm just going to add a little bit more salt. All right, so now the fun part, we stuff all of our vegetables, and I'll come back to those onions. Okay, so remember those onions? I got rid of the water. This is what they look like. So they've sort of split, and we just peel the skin like so. That is my onion. We get the mixture. We just scoop it in there like that. Close it around, and that's my little onion, and we put it in the tray. And then you keep going until you probably get 4 out of every onion, and then the core I chop it up and put it in the mixture so we don't waste it. And I know that's raw onion, but don't worry about it. It's all going to be cooked again in the oven anyway. So delicious, and the onions are really sweet. It's my husband's favourite part of Dolmas, not the capsicum. He loves the onions. Okay, I filled my whole tray. I've just added water to the bowl of the leftover mixture. We need to tip the water, very important. If you forget the fucking water, it's all going to burn. So you fill it about 3/4 of the way through with your water. And then I'm going to put it in foil, put it in the oven for about 2 hours, 90 minutes, but I like to slow cook it for like 2 hours. That's what it looks like with all the water. Let's put it in foil and put it in the oven. Okay, and it's done. You see how it's sort of bursting out? You know it's done then. The rice is nice and soft, and it's ready to be served with yogurt. Okay, there's a shot of my dinner. I serve it with salad and a Coke. Delicious.